What is up, Jabber Nation? So if you're keeping up track with the sporting events, you guys will know that not only did free agency start, but it is the kickoff of the big dance. My bracket is kind of already busted because I had Arizona going to the ship.
You and me both.
Hey!
Failing together.
Yeah!
Yeah.
It's okay.
I got one team still in it, though, and they look dominant. Purdue.
Oh, hey, yeah.
That's who I predicted as my champion.
Yeah, I like your ballsy picks.
Yes.
I respect it.
I took some chances in the
I
bracket.
like it. You got to, though.
Yeah.
Hey.
I've been wildly wrong so far.
It's okay. I'm sure you've been wildly wrong like the whole other nation. Except for those one people who picked their picks depending on what animal would win in a battle. That's literally how some of them pick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people pick some
Crazy ways.
strange ways of picking stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, some upsets. The biggest one, Buffalo downing Arizona.
They demolished Arizona.
Yeah, and Arizona forgot to show up.
It wasn't close.
No.
Wasn't even close. That was a 13 beating a 4.
Yeah, and Arizona, they're going to be in a rough spot. They have 4 seniors leaving.
That Ayton guy's going to go pro probably, too.
And their coach is being investigated by the FBI.
Yep.
So, not really in a great position. This was kind of their one chance to really do it. Now it's back to square one, like, all the way around.
So it sucks, though, because with that pick and the Loyola Chicago, right?
Loyola Chicago over Miami. I picked that one.
I saw that. But if I would have went with my gut, those are the 2 picks that my gut said.
Yeah.
And I went against them.
See, I didn't, for one, at one point think Buffalo was going to beat
I thought
Arizona.
they had a chance, but I was like, no. I was like, Arizona's going to be determined after all the FBI crap. And no. Then I lost Texas today, too. They lost in overtime. Up by 14.
I lost Texas. I kind of threw it out there. I picked Davidson over Kentucky.
It's a 12-5, though.
Yeah,
you have to
gotta
pick
pick
one.
12-5. And I thought, Kentucky, it's not the same Kentucky team as normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas over
Davidson.
Nevada. I got that one wrong. I picked Nevada. Otherwise, yeah,
Lucky duck.
I picked
I picked Texas.
I picked Providence over Texas A&M.
I did too.
For some reason, I picked Murray over West Virginia. I'm assuming once again because it was a 12-5, and I was just throwing it out there.
Well, hey.
Wichita lost to Marshall, so that was another 4 losing to a 13.
So is like 4 and 13 going to be the new
12-5.
upset pairings? Yeah, the new 12-5s?
Yeah.
Because that's 2.
Yeah, that's 2. That's
So I have a 12-5. I have New Mexico beating... Who do they play?
Clemson.
Clemson.
I picked that one too. Apparently, I picked all 12s over 5s. I'm not sure what I was doing.
Well, you're going to get lucky with one of them. That's a guarantee. You can't strike out 4 for 4.
Yeah. The only 12 I did not pick was South Dakota State over Ohio State.
I didn't pick that one either.
Not
but,
really sure why I picked.
Oh, my Lord. They
those
only
other
won by
12s.
2 points.
Yeah, wasn't a very good showing for them. But yeah, I mean, my bracket, is not looking.
I have a chance as long as Kansas can keep winning, and I have so far 3 of my final 4 teams are still alive.
See, I don't really have too much of a chance. I do have 3 of my final 4s are still in play, 7 of my elite 8 are still in play, and only 2 of my Sweet 16 are out.
Well, that's the thing though. Like you gotta take it in perspective. Like the first 2 or few days, the points really don't matter. But once you get up to like the Sweet 16, Elite 8, and Final 4, that's when you make up ground.
So as long as everything else can just play out as I have it picked, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
damn you, Arizona.
you could really. Yeah, I'm screwed with Arizona, but I mean, we could really make up ground if our 3 teams stay in the Final 4. If they make Final 4, we'll be solid.
Yeah, my Final 4 consists of, was Arizona, but Michigan, Purdue, and Auburn. Like I said.
Auburn, I love it. Hey. Hey.
Like I said, I was taking
Go
some
ballsy
risks.
with it.
I did not have a number 1 in my Final 4.
Well, hey, that's okay. As long as you don't have... There's a guy in our league that we're in that has 4 number 1s.
Oh, he went chalk.
That has not happened since Tyler Hansbrough played for UNC. That was 2005. Where all number ones went. Because that was the year Kevin Love was playing for UCLA.
See, I mean, yeah, I never go all number ones.
Someone's going to get knocked off
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
But yeah, that's So far you have like Loyola, Chicago over Miami. They won on a buzzer beating 3.
Way out 3.
Yeah, so that was exciting. And then yeah, it was Arizona being just demolished by Buffalo, and then yeah, Wichita State losing to Murray. So
It was great. I
yeah,
picked Wichita.
yeah, like I said, yeah, me too.
They're normally a tournament team, though. They come to play in the big dance.
Yeah, normally this past the first round, but
Yeah, at least.
I'm still waiting for a 16 to upset a 1. I'm waiting for it.
It's going to happen at some point.
It hasn't happened yet.
We'll be alive when it'll happen. Hopefully.
A 2 has been upset by a 15.
Yep.
Duke.
Yeah.
So, I've never had a 16 upset a 1.
Not yet.
I don't foresee it happening this year, but it'd be hilarious if it does. See, that's the only thing when I do a bracket, is I want my bracket to do well, but I love seeing upsets.
I do too. I mean, normally I'll go with chalk, but I mean, I love seeing. This is like the one time for those smaller schools that don't get a lot of like national publicity, the
Exactly.
one shining moment video. This is a lot of those schools' time to shine.
I love seeing those Cinderella teams
Yeah.
run, like George Mason when they made it to the
Yeah.
Final Four. It's those small teams that no one expects to get there that get there, and granted, they're probably never going to like actually win a championship, but just to see them make that run is fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, it gives that school some notoriety.
Right.
And otherwise, no one would ever pay attention to them.
I love the college big dance tournament. And that's why a lot of the bigger seeds lose. They underestimate. They think just because of talent alone. And then it goes back to the thing with, I think it was last year we talked about it, but the bigger schools, like the Kentuckys and
Having those one and done players, and those smaller schools having those players that have played together for 4 years.
Yes, they're seniors, and then they're playing against these bigger schools, but they're freshmen and sophomore. They're not going to have a lot of big game experience.
No. But, yeah, it's been fun. We'll see how the rest of the weekend plays out.
Free agency, huh?
Yeah, free agency. It's been
A little
interesting.
bit, interesting I think is the word to use.
Yeah, especially for the Packers. It's been interesting.
Okay, so I'm going to go on limb before John says it with the Packers. I'm not a Packers fan by any means, but I was kind of heartbroken to see Jordy go based on the fact that you're looking at Devontae Adams and Randall Cobb. Looking at Devontae Adams, he's gonna probably draw the number 1 corners every game.
Now, probably.
He has Rodgers, he has a great quarterback throwing to him, but how is he gonna respond?
Now,
Devontae
number
Adams
1.
to having the number 1 corners, not just the crappy teams, but the elite teams.
Yeah.
And Randall Cobb, okay, but
He's already proven he can't be a number 1.
well, that's what I'm worried
Because
about.
a couple years ago when Nelson went down for the year,
Yep.
Cobb disappeared.
Right, and they got Jimmy Graham. That's great,
Yes.
but he's only a red zone type of guy.
He can be more. I don't think the Seahawks utilized, because when he was in New Orleans, he was more than just a red zone threat.
That is true.
Seahawks, I don't think, utilized him properly. So he can be split out wide and be a
Sure.
very good threat out there. But, I mean, yeah, it does leave a hole in their receiving core with Nelson being gone. Him and Rodgers had that chemistry. Those back shoulder throws they made so famous. I mean,
The
you can't-
sideline circus catches
Yeah, you
that Jordy
can't.
would make.
You can't teach that. I mean, that's
No.
just that comes with chemistry,
Yeah.
and him and Jordy had that chemistry. Now, apparently, they did try to restructure the deal, but Nelson wasn't really going for it. So, in which case, then they got rid of him. I really think they should have got rid of Cobb and kept Nelson.
I was talking at work today with a Packers fan, and he's still pretty hurt by Jordy leaving.
I mean, like, it sucks. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm hurt by it. It is, when it comes down to it, it is a business. They do have to make the best
Yeah.
business decision. Like I said, I do wish they would have kept Nelson and dumped Cobb. but
Absolutely.
that's the route they went with. They got Jimmy Graham, that's nice. They got Muhammad Wilkerson from the Jets, which is a pass rusher they desperately need, but they still have not addressed their cornerback position, which is just
that's my
giant hole.
thing. They haven't really been weak in the run defense. Their Achilles heel was
They've been weak in pass rush.
Okay, right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they needed a pass rusher, which they got, but they need a cornerback. And
they need a secondary.
They got rid of Demarius Randall, which, say what you want about his off-field antics, that didn't really sit well at the clubhouse. I mean, when he showed up, he was a decent cornerback. He could make plays. So, like I said, it was a weak secondary to begin with. Now it's an even weaker secondary. And I was hoping they'd go after Malcolm Butler. I'd hope they would do that, but nope, the Titans got him. And now you're looking like, God, what other cornerbacks are out there? Patrick Peterson? Or Tyrann Matthew is out there.
The safety.
Thinking, hey, it's something in their secondary. They need something.
I'm shocked, actually, that nobody's pulled a flyer on him yet. I know.
Well, it's been so recent since he just got released. So I think he's going to spend some time visiting with multiple teams. Because, a lot of these players that are signed, that have already signed, they've had a while to kind of meet with teams unofficially. But,
Yeah, it's pretty much in the works, the players that got signed.
Yeah, but, the Vikings have, they got some players. Now, Kirk Cousins being 3 years, $84 million, all guaranteed, that can work very well, or it cannot work very well. It depends on how Kirk Cousins shows up. You're still not really too sure what kind of quarterback. Is he that elite level quarterback? I say no.
So this is my thing with Kirk Cousins. Okay. Played for Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You could make the argument, and I'm neutral on this, mind you, but you could make the argument with Minnesota, he hasn't had as much as he's going to have around him.
True.
He hasn't had an elite defense. He hasn't had wideouts, because Thielen came out of nowhere this year, and they're getting Dalvin Cook back, but I don't think with the defense that Minnesota, I don't think they'll ask a lot of Kirk Cousins, but it's going to be, will he be able to make those crucial plays in the game, or will we see the Washington Kirk Cousins where he does not play well, where he throws like 2 picks a game or does not play well at all?
Yeah, because with that defense, you don't have to do much.
No.
And that defense got better signing Sheldon Richardson.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a beast of a defense. Now, Sheldon Richardson, that depends which Sheldon Richardson shows up.
Exactly. That's the other thing.
He has a tendency to disappear.
He's kind of on and off.
Yeah. But yeah, the Vikings are looking very good.
On paper, they look good.
Yeah, on paper they look very good. They seem to have that Minnesota curse that seems to kind of
that's the other thing
follow them around.
At. Yeah.
But yeah, then the Bears, they got Allen Robinson from the
I think
Jaguars.
the Bears had a pretty good free agency.
They did.
They got some weapons around Trubisky.
With them, it's a matter of how can Trubisky progress. Can he make enough strides to take advantage of the receiving core. Plus, they have a whole new coach, so it may still be an off season for the Bears, just as they kind of get everything situated, learn the new playbook, all of that. Lions haven't done anything in our division, so it's going to come down to still Minnesota and Green Bay.
Yep.
Like I said, I question Aaron Rodgers' mindset because the Packers have not done a lot that he has liked this offseason.
Yeah.
It comes to getting rid of their QB coach and then getting
get
rid of Jordy Nelson. So they better make it up to him in a contract extension, which Kirk Cousins is the bar now.
So is Rodgers going to be that first $100 million guaranteed guy?
Most likely. Because
hey.
you can't offer him less than what Kirk Cousins got.
Because if you offer him less, who's not to say he might walk?
That'd be an insult.
Yeah.
That'd be saying, hey, Kirk Cousins is better than you. No, he's not.
No.
So, yeah, that'd be an insult. So that's the bar. And, yeah, it's getting harder and harder for these teams, because with all these quarterbacks demanding such big money, that takes away so much out of the salary cap. So, yeah, the Vikings are on the hook for $84 million over the next 3 years. That's $84 million over the next 3 years that they cannot spend on anybody else.
So their cap's going to be crappy.
Exactly.
For those 3 years.
And they have some young players on defense that they're going to have to do something with.
They're going to want to get paid.
And then they have those young receivers. You think Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs are going to, take a pay cut? No, they're going to want a big salary jump. So they're going to they're probably going to run into the same situation that Seattle did. They're going to have a lot of good players that are young, and eventually their contracts are going to come up, and they are going to have to figure out something. So the Vikings,
they're literally Kirk or bust.
Yeah, they need it. They have a window that they're going to take advantage of while they have it. 49ers, they made another move. They got a new running back to replace Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, Jerick McKinnon.
Yep. So, like I said, I mean,
he's gonna work. I feel like he's gonna work great in Shanahan's offense.
Yeah,
he's
so
kind of a do-it-all.
Like we had talked about, you had said that they need a wide receiver, but they also still needed a running back since they lost Hyde to New England, I believe it was.
The Browns.
Oh, the Browns. Excuse me. Yes, the Browns. Yeah, the Browns.
Yeah, we'll get to the Browns in a second.
But yeah, then with the 49ers are making strides, and then other teams in that division are kind of coming back to them.
Yeah.
Cardinals are just a disaster. They signed Sam Bradford as their quarterback.
Yikes.
Good luck with that. You better have.
I feel bad for Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, have a couple of backups because you're going to with Bradford. And then the Seahawks they're a mess right now too.
Trouble.
Yeah, they're full rebuild
They're
mode.
full rebuild.
The Rams are kind of a conundrum. They release these good players and they sign good players, so it's a little weird.
I don't know what to. Well, then the other thing with the Rams is, okay, they had this last year where they were really good. They're not going to sneak up on teams this year.
That's true.
Teams are going to prepare against them. So they let go of Dan Quinn. They let go of Alec Ogletree. So you lose those guys. You have Aaron Donaldson. You have good corners now.
Mm-hmm.
But is that a big enough gap in your defense losing those 2 players? I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to see. I don't know.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see on that. And then, like we had just mentioned, the Browns.
I think the Browns are winning free agency, honestly.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they're making trades to get, more, they're getting more draft picks.
Yeah.
And then, yes, the signings that they've had, they're addressing a lot of the positions. They got wide receiver, they got quarterback, they got running back. Now they do have a hole in their offensive line with Joe Thomas retiring.
Thomas left. That was surprising.
Which, he's finally getting a decent team around him when he retires.
And it's like, my body's not holding up at the level I want to play at. I was like,
yes, I mean that's
okay.
it's almost a little disappointing because you want to see him be able to
he
play
deserves
with
it
good
more
players.
than anybody.
Exactly.
In the
I mean,
NFL.
he's sat through
He's been through
those terrible 10
yeah.
years of just constant losing, and then now it's finally starting to build around him, and he retires. It's like, you just want to see him, at least have a 500 season.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so disappointing in that aspect of it.
So I'm also going on film today with saying the Browns will have a 500 record this year.
Wow. That's bold.
It's March Madness. Why not rub off on the NFL?
True.
They'll have a 500 record. You heard it here first.
So now, also by them signing Carlos Hyde,
Are they going to get Saquon Barkley? Do they draft him?
The consensus is no.
The
The consensus, they're going quarterback.
Yeah.
Which, Tyrod Taylor's got to be like, well, crap, I get, traded to the Browns, I can finally become a starter, and then, no, they're drafting a quarterback, so I'm going to be replaced in a couple of years. Well, crap.
I'm sorry, bud. I don't know.
Yeah, because, the Bills shouldn't have traded him. I don't get what they're doing, because now they're trying to get Teddy Bridgewater, I think, was it the Jets?
A.J. McCarron.
Yeah, A.J. McCarron.
That's who
the
they
Jets,
just signed.
I think the
The
Jets
Jets
were
got
working on
Teddy.
Bridgewater, yeah.
Yep.
So, A.J. McCarron, yeah. So he went from a established quarterback that he wasn't an elite level quarterback by any means, but you're taking a chance on now A.J. McCarron that's done nothing. He hasn't been improving yet.
I've been reading articles that a lot of the analysts and people are saying that this could be his big chance to burst on the scene.
Well, yeah, because
he has nobody to throw to though. That's the issue. Just Shady McCoy.
Right, and then it's his job.
Mm-hmm.
They have the only other back they have is that Peterman guy who
Yeah.
He blew any shot he ever had of being a starter last year in that one game.
And Karen's going to start week 1.
Yeah, so he's going to start. So it's, I don't really understand the Bills' mindset from the quarterback position just because, I mean, they just did not like Tyrod Taylor,
I
it
don't
seems.
know why.
I don't know
I'm
either.
just confused.
Yeah, they did not like him. They got
Where's
benched
great
last
was
year.
Shady McCoy?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I mean, I don't
Yeah, a
know.
lot of players were upset last year when he got benched, and rightfully so. But I mean, yeah. So now it's if they have all the free agency now, you have to kind of look at what teams may do in the draft.
Also, a team that to me lost in free agency so far, New England Patriots.
Yeah, I'm surprised in what they're doing. They've lost quite.
They
a few
lost
players.
Amendola, they lost Soldier, and they lost Dion Lewis, and I think they lost some other players too.
Yeah.
So what direction is Belichick gonna go in now?
I don't know. They always just seem to find people though.
I'm sure they'll get some guy the 7th round, and he'll end up being a stud.
Yeah, that's the way it always seems to work. I mean, there was a brief period of time where they were talking about Jordy Nelson going there, but he's going to the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. They
Which
cut Crabtree to get Jordy.
Yeah, I mean, Derek Carr's got to love that.
That's yeah, that's.
They got two big wideouts now.
Yeah, and Jordy. I think Jordy's gonna have a chip on his shoulder this year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Pro Bowl Jordy showed up.
Yeah, it just all depends on how he melds with.
But then
Carr.
we thought Derek Carr would do good last year. Well, someone did in that commented on our video, and he busted.
God, now he has Nelson and Amari Cooper to throw to. You have no excuse.
No,
I
if you do bad, you did not deserve that contract.
Yeah, you got 2 number 1 receivers.
Yeah,
So
literally.
Yeah,
Two
so
number ones.
You have no excuse to not do well. Now, I mean, granted, we'll see how their offense does because, like I said, their offense last year was a disappointment. The Marshawn Lynch experiment was a failure.
Well, they didn't give him enough carries. Sometimes they had him on the snap count, and if you're gonna sign him there, just feed the beast.
Yeah. Well, then he got in his own way with pushing that referee, getting suspended.
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean,
I don't know. It's gonna be a fun NFL season at least. It
yeah.
should be.
I mean, if you look at the NFL offseason versus the baseball offseason, vastly different. NFL offseason, everyone's getting signed right away. MLB offseason, and people are just now starting to get signed. The opening day is in like 13 days. So, there's still quite a few unsigned. But yeah, vastly different markets. And, it's 2 vastly different things. Baseball has no salary cap.
Yeah.
NFL has a salary cap, so you have to finagle things more than you do in Major League Baseball. And Major League Baseball, I think, is just going through a market correction. They're giving way too many huge contracts to way too many people that did not deserve it whatsoever.
Well, yeah,
and now they're trying to bring it back down.
Get signed or Altuve?
Tuve?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about like bad signings. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like I just heard he plays for the Cubs, but I had mentioned where he did not deserve that big of a contract. He in no way deserved that much, and now GMs are realizing it. It's like, oh, we need to start coming down on these because that's just it hurts.
Yeah.
It handicaps them. And Jason Hayward has an option out, like in the next year or two. Like, there's no way he's opting out because there's no way he's getting that kind of money for the rest of his contract.
Exactly.
He's gonna opt in and take the rest of that deal, and the Cubs are gonna be stuck with it for, the length of the contract. But yeah, it's been a wild time so far. Lots going on. Like every time I check my phone, it's like, oh, this person signed here, this person signed here.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my god.
I don't know how Ian Rappaport does it. The NFL analyst,
Him and
agent,
Adam Schefter.
I don't know how they do it.
They don't sleep.
No, I don't know how they do it.
Just keep on going. Coffee and energy drinks.
Coffee and Red Bull, man.
Yeah, that's kind of how you have to go with it. Then I gotta go on to the defending champion Eagles. Yeah, they've made some moves. I mean, they're getting stronger. I don't think anyone's going to compete in that division with them.
No, they
they're
should
gonna be a runaway.
sleepwalk in the East.
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't trust the Redskins with Alex Smith. I mean, they traded they got rid of a younger Alex Smith.
Yeah,
They just got the older version.
Realistically,
And then the Giants are just a disaster. And the Cowboys, nothing about them
they haven't
scares
done
me.
any. No, and still, they haven't done anything with Dez yet.
No, they really just need to get rid of him. In all honesty, I mean, he hasn't stepped up in the big situations. He becomes a distraction on the sideline at times. Just cut bait. No, there's no fun of signing him.
Odell Beckham might be joining him in the distraction area. We'll get to him probably next episode.
Yeah,
I think he deserves some jabber time in a full-length segment.
He does with how stupid he's being.
I think he deserves some jabber time next episode, huh?
Yeah, I think
so.
next episode, yeah, we'll touch on that. Anyway, too much was going on with free agency and March Madness.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we'll see what happens next week with March Madness as far as if there's any other upsets, where everything's setting at. And then, yeah, baseball, the season starts in 2 weeks.
Hey.
So that's exciting. And then, yeah, the NFL draft is over a month away. Got pro days going on right now, which those are stupid. Let's see how they perform in the most ideal of circumstances.
With no pads.
Exactly.
With no pads, right?
It's just a joke. But people, for some reason, take that seriously. Oh, he looked great on his pro day. Yeah, it's like I said, no one's rushing at him. He's in the most comfortable position possible. No pads on. Of course, he's gonna look good. Come on, seriously. Watch the tape. That's all you should have to do.
Yeah.
Watch the tape. How did he perform on tape? If he performs great, awesome. If he performs, poorly, he has a great pro day and combine. What does that mean?
Means they want him.
Means they're stupid. But then I don't get paid millions of dollars to be an NFL GM or scouting director or whatever.
Hey, if we did, I'd order Krispy Kremes every day. Delivered.
Crazy.
They do that in Dubai, I guess.
Interesting.
Deliver food. Yeah. We'll get on that next episode too.
All right.
Sprinkle.
Otherwise, I got nothing else. That's it.
Yeah, we literally have nothing else. We've gone through everything.
Wrap a bow on it.
Wrap a bow, tie it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Comment in our box below on the NCAA tournament. Also, if you have questions for us on free agency or on our particular teams, we would love to cover them in the next episode. So don't be shy. Give us your thoughts.
Subscribe on YouTube. Like us on Facebook. Leave questions. Yeah. Conda forever.